A very good morning to all of you. I am sexologist, sex and dating coach Dr. Uttam Dave, and I welcome you to this wonderful video of mine, which is called 7 Golden Rules of Making a Phone Call. So, you are a guy, you've managed to get the phone number of the girl whom you wish to date. Now, what do you do with that phone number? Now, before you make that first phone call, here are 7 different rules which you need to follow to make sure that you get a date from the girl whom you want to date. So, let's go to rule number 1. Keep conversations short. Whether you are a busy corporate attorney, self employed, or even unemployed, you always want to give her the impression that you lead a full, active life. By keeping your initial telephone conversations brief, you will give her the impression that you are busy and in demand. And as an added bonus, if you are always the one ending the conversations, it will keep you in a position of control, leaving her wanting more and more of your time. So, one of the biggest mistakes which men make is to get into a long conversation with the girl, and immediately the girl gets an impression that this guy has nothing better to do and he is absolutely free and there is no other girl who wishes to date him, so she will also take you for granted. Rule number 2. Leave on a high note. She'll always remember what you said last. Therefore, before ending a conversation, make an effort to leave on a positive note, such as with a well thought out joke or a funny story. But please make sure that that joke is something which is not vulgar, or even a funny story, it should not be vulgar. Number 3. Have a purpose for your call. Don't just call to chit chat. Be armed and ready with a purpose for your call. Of course, your purpose is to get a date from her. This will give her the impression that you are assertive and thoughtful enough to think of a plan beforehand. Now, this is very, very important that you don't just call up because you have plenty of time and you have nothing better to do. So you call her up and start chatting. No. If you have something definite in your mind, in fact, you should have something definite in your mind and then only you should call, so that she gets an impression that you are a well organized guy and who wants to get things done. Rule number 4. Be positive. Make a concerted effort to keep all conversations positive and the griping to a minimum. Now, whenever you meet a new girl for a date, make sure that your conversations are positive and don't talk about your ex-girlfriends and their bad habits or their bad behavior and things like that. No girl wants to hear something about other girls, especially the bad behavior of other girls. Rule number 5. Leave a message only on the second call. If she doesn't answer your first call, feel free to hang up without leaving a message and try again later. Upon the second phone call, leave a message and don't call again until she does. By not calling more than twice, you not only avoid the dreaded appearance of desperation, but you also throw the ball into her court and get the chance to gauge her interest in you by seeing when or if she calls you back. Now, this is very, very important because one of the biggest problems which I kind of encounter when I date, when I kind of, coach men for dating, is that they're too desperate to get a yes from the woman and they will go to any lengths or go to any number of phone calls to just get a yes from the girl. Now, this shows, this is a very clear indication to the girl that this man actually doesn't have any girl in his life, and no matter what she does, he's going to take her shit and accept it, and this is going to be very, very detrimental to you in the long journey if at all she accepts your date and becomes your dating partner. Rule number 6. Place the call at an appropriate time. Phone calls during working hours are a complete no-no. First, you'll be busted for daydreaming about her on the job. If you take time off from work to call her, she'll know she's very much on your mind. Second, she might not be as receptive to your phone call with her co-workers or boss in her midst. If you'd like to set up a date for the weekend, call by Wednesday. Now, this is something very, very important. You cannot just expect somebody to say yes whenever you arrange a date for them, because these days many women are working. So especially if you are dating a woman who is working, she will have her own schedule and you will have to fit accordingly. So if you want to date her by Saturday or Sunday, make sure that you let her know by Wednesday so that she's prepared for the same. Avoid Friday and Saturday night phone calls at all costs, because Friday and Saturdays are too late. She would have already made plans with another boy if she is planning to date him. And rule number 7. Don't leave long rambling messages on her voicemail. Your tone and voice of wording could be used at points of discussion with her friends. Therefore, your best defense against a disastrous message is brevity. Now, one of the biggest differences between men and women is that if a man receives a phone call, he will just go and attend her. But with a woman, receiving a message from somebody whom she wants to date is not as simple as that of a man's, because a woman is likely to share her message with her female friends, and they will try to judge this man by his message. So it's basically very different how messages are tossed around by different sexes. And finally, why I'm telling you to follow all these rules is that uh, even good intentions can result in countless unanswered calls and consequently a severe blow to one's confidence and dignity. You may think you are a very well intentioned man, and why is it that the girl is not responding? It's because you don't have those seven different rules you were supposed to follow. You haven't followed them. And if somebody else is following those rules, he is likely to get a date from her. So the choice is yours. I'm sure you will follow these seven rules and be able to date a woman whom you'd like to date and take the journey further. Good luck to all the guys.